Now that we know who we are, we have to understand that that Bible is our history book. And I know one thing you will always find in that Bible is the pattern of the children of Israel. Every single time that the children of Israel got in so deep, they had to beg God to help them. Every time the children of Israel were worshiping other gods, mixing with other nations, doing all kind of crazy stuff, guess what? God always allowed other nations to oppress them, steal their wealth, and enslave them. Every single time. And then when things got so bad, the children of Israel just couldn't take it as a group, as a whole, as a people, they would beg God to save them and deliver him. And every time he would save them and deliver them, guess what they would do? They would do it all over again. And if you look, there was only one condition God had to deliver his children. It was to put away your gods and your asterisks and turn back to him and worship him. Be obedient, basically. And they would do it for a while, and then they'd go right back. And the thing is, nothing has changed. It is still that way. There is a solution for all my people that think that this oppression and this system and the squeeze that is on Black Americans as a whole, the disrespect, by first responders, and I'm not just talking about police, first responders, and by other people be getting found hanging from trees and stuff like that. Guess what? He's allowing it because we will not be obedient. This is how God looks at the children of Israel. His children, Judah especially, honey. He looks at us as his children. The same way if you and your children were outside and the neighborhood kids was acting a fool, guess what? He's going to look at us and be like, I know they acting a fool, but you are my child. You need to act right. In fact, you going to get a whooping. In fact, oh, you think you all that? Okay, I'm going to let the neighborhood kids beat you up and humble you. And that's exactly what has been going on time and time and time again. We have to put away our gods as a people, which means the toxic Black culture, which means the destructive music, which means the hookah, the alcohol, the drugs, the fornication, the abortion, and. Now, I'm not going to sit up here in front like I don't engage at times, because I do. And that's something that we all got to work on, me included, right? I ain't perfect. It's fun. Should I be doing it? Probably not. But it's a battle. It is what it is. But all of these things have become our God. And until we put them away as a group, as a whole, consecrate ourselves and turn ourselves back to God, guess what? It's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And if you notice, the entire world is very intentional about leaving us behind in every single way. It's like they don't want us to exist, right? Financially.
Call all Yahawashi Sham. All praise and glory be unto the Father and the Son. Yahawashi Sham. Okay. And again, man, I just wanted to come out here and do this sit down on this video I came across. You can see Jake starting to wake up to some degree in the aspect of really you always come across these videos, man. Okay, because there's a lot of like Jakes that come across our videos via YouTube. They get on these other platforms. I wouldn't say she's in the truth, but you heard what she said. You heard what she said and what she's referring to regarding Jake. Okay, and yeah, man, she actually is, she's actually saying something. You know what I mean? A lot of times you turn on these videos, man, they ain't saying shit. Okay, especially the goddamn woman, but she's saying something. Okay, and that's just the reality of it, man. You heard what she said. She said the squeeze getting tighter and tighter. squeeze is getting tighter and tighter. And why is that? Is because we're still in captivity, man. Okay, again, just to basically piggyback off the last video I did. Okay, we are still in captivity, man. There's not been a day where we've been let loose, man. You heard what she said. They want to see black people at the bottom, okay? And, you know, as if they all hate us. And that's exactly what it is. Everything she's saying is in the scriptures, man. Okay, that's what I'm saying. She's pretty on point. Even though she shouldn't be on the internet, all right? She should not be on the damn internet. She should be trying to find a husband, okay? Because of the times we're going to come into. And not only that, just to put her in order. Okay, a lot of these women, man. Okay, you're going to be seeing women like this coming up, man. You know, because a lot of them is going to come, they're going to have to come out that spell. Okay, a lot of Israelite women and people in general are under spells, men and women. Okay, these other nations, right? You have Jake. Jake's under the curses as a whole. Okay, but you know, you're gonna see a lot of women like her coming out the woodworks, and they're gonna get in order, man. Believe it or not. All right, she don't look too far gone. Skin's clear. Eyes are not too wide. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by too wide. You don't see all white around her eyes. You know, eyelids are pretty much still there. Okay, and shit, you know, what she's saying is true, because she said, hey, man, I have my vices too. Okay, because we're under the curses, man. We're still in this flesh. And that's why it's a part of that new covenant that we're going to get those new bodies. All right. All right. I don't know what she's saying right here in the caption, but yeah. We're going to have to come out of here, man. We're going to have to come out of, you know, this place, first of all, spiritually. Okay, we're going to have to spiritually unbind. We're going to have to basically vomit up all the goodies that we, you know, drank in this place. And that's what the scripture is talking about, man. Okay, because this place is really as filled, like it talks about in the book of Revelations. All right, in order for us to come out of this captivity, first and foremost, we're going to have to denounce this place, man. Okay, and that's why what we tell you when you come in the truth, man, you gotta put the Lord first. You gotta put this truth first, you know. A lot of you jakes, man, you ain't gonna get it because you're stuck here. You're stuck in your ways. Okay, every goddamn thing you teach. Okay, dietary laws, marriage, how to keep a friend, you know, mental health issues, the whole nine, man. Everything about this place is destructive. It's reached its pinnacle. It's peaked in wickedness, and that's all it is, man. All this place is that. Okay, all this place is that. That's all this place is. Okay, it's just wickedness. It's meant to destroy you. Okay, that's what the Lord was talking about. All right, that's what the Lord was talking about, man. Again, man, applaud her. Okay, even though she shouldn't be on the damn internet, again, a lot of you women gonna have to put that spirit out there that you're gonna have to find a husband, man. Okay, a lot of you women. All right, there ain't gonna be no more talking and shit, and we don't need you women to preach. That's our job. You know, she should be finding a husband. All right, you see her nails aren't painted with them long ass nails. She got her natural nails on. You know, she covered for the most part. Chest is exposed, hair is out. You know, but you know, she got a little work to do, and that's really what it is, man. You know, we all got work to do, but she's spitting, man. I ain't gonna lie. All right, this Revelation chapter 18 verse 4, it says, and I heard a voice from heaven, saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin. Exactly. Who's her? Is Babylon, guys. Okay, this place is referred to as a woman. Again, just like us. Okay, this empire is referred to as a woman. Okay, just like us, how the Lord refers to us, because we're the Lord's wife. You know, we made a covenant with him. We're married to the Lord. That's the Lord jacking us up. All right, you hear he not only his children, but his wife, but his children. He refers to us also as his children, his sheep. All right, you heard what she said. She said, hey, you know, and Jake can attest to this, I'm pretty sure. You know, when he was outside, all the kids got in trouble because y'all did some ding-dong ditch, or, you know, y'all stayed out too past night curfew. Okay, you go home, all the parents are, you know, some parents are like, oh, you're good. Some parents are whooping ass, and then your parent looks at you and you're like, you know better because I've been disciplined. That's how the Lord looks at us. Okay, you don't give a damn about these other nations, man. That's what the Lord always put us over these nations, because we're holy, which means to be separate. He put us over them. You know, he's jacking us up. You don't see these other nations going through what we go through. Yeah, they're in captivity in a sense too, but they're not under our type of captivity. Not even fucking close. These motherfuckers damn near get away with murdering Jake a lot of the time. Okay, they get away with a lot. All right. It says, "Be not partakers of her sin, that ye may receive." That ye may not receive her of her plagues. Okay, that's what we trying to get out of, man. Okay, because the plagues are coming. Okay, them famines, that's a plague. Economic and financial struggle and crashes, that's a plague. Okay, mass death, okay, and deletion across the whole planet, not just America, but the whole planet, that's a plague. These are not normal things that are supposed to be happening every day. The way we're living life right now, this is not supposed to be happening every day. Life is supposed to be fluent, guys. You're not supposed to be seeing people get sick at an all-time high. There shouldn't be, east side statistics on everybody being sick, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay, everybody's broke somehow. Everybody don't got money. Okay, but they're all working. Like, you know what I'm saying? This place is out of whack, man. That's how the Lord told us to come out of it. And that's how the Lord gonna make it worse. He's gonna make it worse, and he's gonna make it worse till Jake gets it. We're in this predicament because of us. We're in this predicament because Jake is out of order. If we were to go in order, the Lord will come back right now and establish righteousness upon the earth. All right, let's just listen a little more what she got to say.
Absolutely destroyed and ignored. Politically destroyed, ignored, and replaced. Spiritually corrupted. Socially destroyed. And it's an intentional system that has made sure of this. Why do you think they let so many immigrants in? 100% to replace us in every single way. Like they said, it's a buffer class, and that's just the truth. They literally don't want us to exist. But at the end of the day, it is on us. It is up to.
And that's the Lord. Because the Lord, what did the Lord say? Matter of fact, let me grab the other one first. Okay, because the Lord said He's gonna take away your fair jewels. He's gonna take away everything, man. Jake still don't get it, man. The Lord gonna take away everything. All right. Right? She said, you're gonna bring an immigrant to replace. Exactly, man. You ain't gonna have shit, man. Okay? You're not gonna have nothing. And before you think, oh, they're bringing in the Mexicans and the Latinos are our people. Yes, there's divisions. Yes, they're over there saying nigga. Yes, they're over there trying to beef with us inside with the white man. They're under the curses too, just like us. They're under the curses just like us. And then to make matters even more extreme, you have Israelite foreigners from the other nations that their lineage go back to Jake, and they're thinking they're part of that race. Okay? You have Jakes that are so-called, they look like Edomites. They think they're an Edomite. And they something in their spirit's like, nah, this shit ain't right. Something's off. Why? Why do you think that is, man? Because they ain't really an Edomite. They know in their spirit, the spirit bears witness, man. For real. We see something's wrong in society, spirit bears witness. Okay? You there talking to a heathen looking guy. He can be an Elamite, he can be an Ishmaelite, he could be a looking like an Edomite, all that. The spirit beareth witness, man. Jake has the most superior spirit on the planet. Okay? Right? I shall Salakia. Still look for the scripture. Give me 1 second, bear with me. Hopefully it pops up too. Alright. Yeah. Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 26, it says, they shall also strip thee out of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. Also piggybacking into Revelation chapter 28, because we go into our enemies of all things. Okay? Clothes, job. That's why Esau is able to do half the shit he does, because he's the one that's over us. He's policing us. And that's what I was meditating on the other day. I'm going to go into that at camp tomorrow. But he's policing us. That's why he's able to murder us and get away with it, because we're in his system. He can manipulate how he wants. He can manipulate our money. We're using his money. It's not even our money. We're using his money. Everybody's using his money. That's why there's so much corruption on earth, because he's able to do this and do that and maneuver around and do that and do that, because it's his money. All the heathen are using his money. We're using his money. We're in his country now, even though it's our country, obviously originally, but we're in his country now because he took it over. He conquered us. Okay, he put us in hard bondage, man. The Lord made him do that. All right. It says, and take away thy fair jewels, verse 27. Thus saith, I will make thy lewdness to cease from thee, and thy whoredom brought from the land of Egypt. Okay, thy whoredom with what? That's spiritual whoredom. Jake had spiritual whoredom. You heard what she said. She said, worshiping other gods. Okay, that's fornication. You worship money. You worship celebrities. A lot of y'all worship your fucking self, man. Particularly these goddamn women. Okay, they worship themselves. They got so much ego. It's like a demon is on them. Okay, like I said, man, this one might still have some soul in her left. Okay, she has some common sense, and if you don't get right, regardless, man, hey, man, you stop putting your hand to the plow. I told y'all, man, a lot of these women gonna come out the woodworks, and they gonna have to find a husband. They know that. Okay, the only way society corrects itself is if all this bullshit gets put to rest, man. Where you can call the police at any will. We never had those things before. That's how these women, Esau set these women up, and which is a part of his agenda, but to set them up, to put them over you, thinking that they can be equal. You don't even have to physically put your hands on me. You just checking her. Nah, that ain't right. Why you talking to the next man? She gonna call the police on you and lie. He trying to put his hands on me, and then she'll fake hit herself and shit. Come on, man. This shit's out of whack, man. This place is done. Okay, every inch of this fucking place, man, and it's so bad. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said this that the wickedness has spread across the whole earth, man. Okay, the philosophy of this world. That's why these heathens are waking up. They're over this shit too. Okay, the governments of the earth, they see their people like, yo, what the they got these tourists coming in, their women are turning into whores. Their men aren't working. They don't give a shit to work. Cause again, man, it's all a trickle effect, man. It's basically a pyramid scheme. Esau gets in your country. All Esau gotta do is take control of your money and give a little bit of indoctrination to your communities of people, and it's over with, man. You're gonna soak it all up, and then that's the beginning of the virus, man. Okay, it says, so that thou shalt not lift up thine eyes unto them, nor remember Egypt no more. Verse 28, for thus the Lord power, behold, I'll deliver thee out of the hand of them whose those hatest. Who's those that we hate? It's our enemies, man. Okay, somehow every fucking nation on earth knows they got enemies. No, they can't really trust other nations, but Jake is up here lollygagging, this Edomite's my friend. That's what happened to that Noah Wells dude. Okay, which I think that's a sacrifice or a ritual going on. There's too much coincidences, but regardless, there's many situations like that where Jake's coddled up with the heathen, okay, and he get caught up, he go missing, man, he go dead. All right, because y'all think y'all heathens, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Jake's cooked, man. All right. It says, I'll also deliver thee out of the hand who those haters, and into the hand of them who those mind is alienated from, which is what? So the word mind goes back to Hebrew word lob. Okay? Right? Which means what? Your mind. Okay? Or your heart. Okay? So, what is it called? Your mind is your spirit, man. Okay? Why do you think when your mind starts to alter, okay, your spirit alters? Because your mind is your spirit. Whatever you believe, that's your spirit, man. Okay? That's your spirit, man. Your mind is your spirit. Okay? Your mind, your consciousness. All right? This is what the Lord said, man. So our mind is alienated. It's not the same. We don't think the same as these heathens. We don't think the same as the so-called white man. We're alienated from him. Why? Because we're not like him. We're of a different kindred. We're different people. All right? Let me grab the next one. All right? Let's listen a bit more, and then we'll wrap it up.
Us to make the decision, to come together and make the decision and let that mess go. As a whole, we've got to let it go, and if we don't, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. All these things that you're hearing, all these you know what's and all of that, it's gonna continue, and it's gonna get worse until we do what we've always done. put the stuff away and obedience, submit ourselves unto God and worship him. But until we do that, don't expect it to get better. Yeah, there may be things here and there will get better in business, and things will open up for us, absolutely. But as a whole, this stuff ain't gonna get worse. Ain't gonna get better until we do that. And that may be why things are getting better now, because a lot of us have done that. Especially, and I'm thinking back.
Exactly, man. Even though we always used to say, or always do say, there's a lot of jakes are still cooked, but a lot of jakes are waking up, man. And we know that because the times are changing. The Lord's shifting, you know what I mean? The Lord's going into the next phase, all right? And we know that how? Because Esau's making his moves. Esau's controlled too, you know what I'm saying? He's just on the left-hand side, all right? You guys are saying, oh, Esau's a Satanist and all that. Hey, he is, but Satan is controlled by the Most High, so Satan is getting his orders from the Most High. The same way how Esau, these elites, because what they do, they conjure up Satan. They conjure, not even just Satan, but they conjure up demons for counsel, guys. How do you think they got so far? This ain't just a physical thing. We're in a psychological and spiritual warfare right now. Okay, how do you think Esau got so goddamn far? This ain't no coincidence. This devil been conjuring up spirits, man. How do we defeat this people? How do we keep them blind? You know what I'm saying? And then they put it in the shows right in front of you. In The Simpsons, they be conjuring up demons. American Dad, Family Guy, they be showing you, because that's what they really be doing. So we're in spiritual warfare. This goes beyond the physical, man. All right? And again, yes, a lot of jakes are still sleeping, but a lot of jakes at the same time, because there's a lot of us, a lot of jakes are waking up. Okay, they don't want to participate in this shit no more. Again, just go on social media. Okay, go on social media, you'll see a lot of jakes. They're like, yeah, hell no, this place is effed up. Jake's complaining. Jake's starting to rouse up more and more and more. Okay, I don't know who I was listening to. I don't know if it was a brother. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. But the brother said, hey, man, Esau's just going to put Jake in a corner, or back Jake into a corner, and Jake's going to start to bite. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because I'm trying to figure out how to word this, but basically what's going to happen is Esau is going to back Jake into a corner. And I personally think that's what's going to rouse Jake up, because there's still a prophecy where Jake has to rise up, guys. All right, I do believe, obviously Jacob's trouble is going to come and all that stuff, but through after that and all that, and Jake finally realized, oh, yeah, this devil, this, that, and the third, what he's been doing recently, hey, man, Jake's going to rise up. It's going to be more than riot. It's going to be more than race wars. Jake's literally going to rise up and fight back. Jake's going to have enough of that shit. And Jake they're not going to care in the aspect of, oh, I might lose my life, I might this, I might that. Jake don't care. They're going to just go out fighting, Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16, it says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. Exactly. There ain't no leaders in the communities. Hell, even the men, like a lot of Jake men are walking away from their kids and their women because they're demons. Okay, Jake sometimes be a demon too, but a lot of our women, okay, and a lot of our kids are just straight up fucking demons. YNs. You got the mother turning the kids against the father and shit, indoctrinating them and all that. All right, this shit's over with, man. Okay, Jake is slowly starting to get it, man. More and more day by day, and that's exactly why society is heading the way it is, because the Lord's getting ready to make his next move. Okay, all the Lord got to do is put Esau in the spirit, because Esau's set up, man. He's on the left-hand side. He's like a task force, or I call it an agency of the Lord on the left-hand side, used to correct Jake and put Jake in punishment. That's all Esau is, man. Because the Lord's in control of everything, even these demons and these spirits and these, even Satan. Okay, the Lord's in control of everything. All right. It says, and they are led of them that are destroyed. Okay. Again, who's the leader in the black community? These fucking celebrities. And you could tell because Jake looks up to them. Okay, Jake don't believe. Another Jake come into your ear. Oh, yo, I heard this. They don't give a damn. As soon as Esau get on the news, a regular ass Edomite making $80K a year on the news, and he starts speaking about, man, Jake, oh my God, I didn't know that. Jake starts eyeing and gooing. Okay, yo, man, I'm telling you. All right, man, I'm going to give all praise on glory, man, to your Father, and Son, Yahawashi. Hopefully you guys are edified. Okay, again, give all praise on glory, man, to your Father, and Son. Double honor cells and apostles over their great millstone, ruling time of his truth, and a sincere salutation unto our King. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom, and Mu'athlam Mabal.